Let's take a look at our 7 main energy points with a different approach and perspective. Let's see how we could show up in life if those energy points were either out of balance or completely blocked. And for the sake of this exercise, I'd like you to keep in mind the Israeli military, the IOF soldiers, as well as members of the Israeli government. So let's start with our first energy point, the root chakra, which is here to teach us how to feel safe and secure in life, how to trust in others and the world around us, and how to have a really deep and good connection to our physical body. Now, if I experienced trauma early on in childhood, or my mother experienced trauma while I was still in her womb, or the generations before her experienced trauma, and that trauma was never properly processed nor released, then I may feel a lot of fear in my life. That fear may be related to my own personal experience or simply inherited through generations. Unless I am taught how to process and release that energy of fear, it will have a constant presence in my life, because the energy will simply reside in my physical structure and my muscles. And as we understand energy, energy attracts more of the same. Therefore, I will constantly attract more and more fear in my life, more situations which I will fear, making me constantly on the offensive, feeling victimized and ready to attack anybody around me. Now, the connection to the physical body is very important, because it is between the first, the second, and the third chakras that we get introduced to most of our emotions and bodily sensations. So unless we are taught how to relax into our physical body and feel everything out, in specific the heavy, painful emotions, then a lot of people will choose to emotionally disconnect from the physical body, therefore making it easy to inflict pain and suffering onto others and continue doing it because they cannot feel with their suffering. And that is because they are completely disconnected from their own internal suffering. And that is how society may harbor sociopaths, murderers, and even serial killers. The second energy point, our sacral chakra, is more to do with our emotions and our emotional connection to somebody else. So introducing people into our lives, to accept and respect other people, self-love, and also about our right to pleasure and joy in life. But if joy and pleasure here and my self-love revolve around inflicting pain and suffering onto others, then this energy point is also out of balance or even completely blocked, because it may also be affected by the ego in our third energy point. The third energy point, our solar plexus chakra. It is here to teach us how to connect to our internal power, how to celebrate our individuality and uniqueness, to learn to respect ourselves and everybody else in life, to use that power for our good, to manifest what we want in life. It is the birth of the personality and the ego. And unless we learn how to harbor and use that internal power well and properly and for our good and the good of everybody else around us, then the ego here may take over, and not in a good way. This is where we start acting out of anger. We will have a lot of aggression. We will have fun and joy, mocking others, humiliating others. We will love to manipulate and control others. It will all be about me, and nobody else. Moving up to our fourth energy point, the heart chakra, which is said to be the seat of our soul. It is the bridge between the lower 3 physical chakras and the upper 3 more spiritual ones. In the heart chakra, we learn about accepting and loving ourselves in order to accept and love others. But love here is also on a much larger scale. It goes beyond ourselves. It is the love for myself, for others, socially, for all of creation and humanity, for Earth. So we understand that we should not harm Earth, because any harm we inflict on Earth or others will come back to us energetically through the air, through soil, through water. When we are open in our heart chakra and it is functioning properly, then we really want everybody else, whether we know them or not, to feel as well as we do, to share in life's blessings. If we are closed off in our heart chakra, then we will have a lot of hatred, jealousy, contempt, even more manipulation. And if we are parents, it may go as far as us rejoicing in the pain and suffering and even the death of other people's children. Moving up to the fifth energy point, our throat chakra, which is all about us communicating our desires, our love and truth to the world around us. So this energy point gets completely blocked when we are attached to lies, when we hear only lies, and when we communicate lies. Our sixth energy point, our third eye chakra, which gets completely blocked by brainwashing and our belief systems. Now, belief systems get created early on in childhood. So if as children we were taught that we are superior, that we have the right to harm others around us because those others hate us and want to harm us, then we will carry that belief system forward in life. And here's the magic of a belief system. It is actually us projecting our illusions, our false illusions, out into the world. Therefore, the world around us is simply a reflection and a mirror of what we have inside us. We do not perceive life for what it is. We perceive life through our own internal illusions. Moving up to our seventh energy point and the crown chakra, which is our spiritual connection to God, to the universe, to all that is. When we have this energy point open and functioning properly, then we understand our place, our purpose, and everybody else's. We respect and love everybody on a different level. We accept others and their different belief systems. We want to share all the goodness in the world with everybody else. If this energy point is blocked or out of balance, then we have more desire for manipulation and control of others. We do not respect them or their different belief systems, and we may go as far as believing we are superior and chosen, and that others are here to serve us. Of course, out of balance energy points and blocked energy points mean that our energy is not flowing properly and may end up in physical disease someday. But if we notice that we are acting out of hatred, manipulation, control, and anger, we can work around that by looking at ourselves and our own issues, by first of all establishing our own love to ourselves. Therefore, loving ourselves depends on forgiving ourselves, accepting ourselves, and then working through the ego, which is here to help us manifest what we want in life, working through the ego to use it for good, reaching the heart center in order to spread more peace, acceptance, and love in this world.